I always fucked up and gave my band shirts away because
Oh
I didn't
no.
I didn't know it was gonna turn into like thrift shit after COVID.
Yeah, no,
Like
I've
all
got
my
a
old like Blink 182 shirts or whatever, Red Hot Chili Pepper shirts and all those. I just gave them away over time.
oh bummer because those make people like the ladies. They like to sew those together and make quilts and blankets out of them, and they're pretty cool to give to your kids and shit.
Dang, I didn't even think about that. That is pretty cool.
Man, yeah,
Well,
you should
somebody
Pinterest.
else is getting to do it. The cum stain I left on my Blink 182 shirt back in 2009.
Yuck.
At the Georgia show. You know how they do in Georgia.
Uh, hold on. No, I don't think we need to go any further on that one.
What's up, everybody? It's Locker Room Junkies. I'm Joe. The other two beautiful specimens are Kevin and James.
I'm
And
James.
James is the one with the name James below. So we missed a week, but like I was telling Kevin earlier, I think it was probably the best week to miss because Titans were on a bye week, and
I was pissed that we missed last week.
it
I'm
was.
sorry to cut off your intro. Last week was the week that I wanted to be on the most. I was gonna have like a gold and black Vandy
Oh, yeah,
That's
well,
why
inside of my head.
you
I could
know,
not wait. I was gonna talk shit the entire episode.
the Vols lost too, so
Oh
that was
fuck!
also.
I'd have been
yeah,
like, "This is Commodore country." I
yeah,
was gonna
Gum
wear
Vandy,
you out for an
That
hour and a
was
Supremacy.
half.
the only like silver lining to Alabama losing was getting to see Tennessee turn around and lose to Arkansas.
Not so, which wasn't surprising. I was like, yeah, they're gonna fuck this up somehow, and they did.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
Well,
pissed because I'm pretty sure on the episode before last week I said that I was gonna put money on the Vandy game,
I've
just
been
as a
telling
you
joke.
would
all
have made
year.
a lot of you would have made a
I was
lot of money.
so pissed. I was gonna put like $100 on it just for
I've
fucking
been,
fun.
You would have
I've been
got
telling
so
Joe
much
all
money.
year about watch out for Vanderbilt. Have I not? I've said you better watch
Yeah.
out for that Vandy game.
And
Watch out
Alabama
for
should have won that
Alabama.
game. They just, I mean, Vandy outplayed them. Alabama got sloppy. They got lazy. They got beat in the
Oh,
trenches. They did not show up to play that game. Their
Well, they
defense was
stepped
like,
into Vandy's house and they learned.
I went to that game. Think about all the money and time I wasted baking
I
in the
thought so.
sun. Yeah. And it's funny because that place is legitimately at least 85% Bama fans like there at the
yeah,
game. And
So funny.
like all the students were like everybody's leaving the stadium. All the students are trying to rush into the stadium so they can rush the field because there's really not a lot of people there to rush the field initially. It was the weakest field rush I saw until all the students finally got there.
Yeah, because
140 people.
Vandy is a nerd school, and the only people who are Vandy fans are Vandy students and alumni, and they're all
Alumni, yes, mostly a lot of
nerds.
alumni, and there's like they
Yeah,
have a student section, but it's not very big, you know. But fuck, I mean, give it to Vandy. I don't blame it on anything other than Vandy outplayed them. So
that's just how they roll, dude.
the Commodores,
Yeah,
but how
they're
the fuck
good.
did
Yeah.
they lose to like Georgia Southern? Makes no.
That's the one that like, how the fuck did y'all blow that? But
Uh,
You beat fucking Alabama, you beat fucking Kentucky in their house, like
yeah,
no problem, and then
they
you fucking took Missouri to overtime.
yeah, they should have beat. I think like a missed field goal, or they would have beat Missouri if they had a
Yeah,
kicker that was worth a damn. But then they could be undefeated right now and probably would be top 15
maybe
team.
top 10, maybe
Yeah,
fucking top 15. Can you imagine?
that'd be wild. College game day coming to Vanderbilt
It's been a while since they've been
for
there.
the Vol Vandy game. Oh, the Texas Vandy game. They play Texas next week. They would have Texas at home. That would have been fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, they get Texas. If they fucking beat Texas, man,
That would have been yeah. They beat Texas, then
that'd be
they're
top 10 fucking team. Top
yeah.
10.
You
You
got
got
to
to make
move
it
them
top
all the
10.
way up. You got to move them all the way up. Well, let's not jump the gun. What's in the past is in the past, James. Vandy's
That's past, present, and future. That was just a brief glimpse into the rest of Alabama's games with Vandy. That's what you saw was a preview. That's not the
well,
past, that's the current.
I'll say this. Alabama fans are going to have to realize, like, I mean, especially the ones that haven't actually been fans this whole time until Nick Saban got there, are going to have to realize Nick Saban's not there anymore. It's not going to be as dominant as it always was. Like, Nick Saban wouldn't have lost that game. I guarantee you that much.
No, he might have lost Georgia, but he would
Yeah.
not. He would have won Georgia, but he would not have lost to
He
fucking
would
Vanderbilt.
not have let himself lose the fucking Vanderbilt. And that's just what it is. I mean, people are just going to have to come to realization that Nick Saban's not there anymore.
Did you see how confused Alabama's coach looked after the game too? His face was just confused. Like he just
Well,
was,
I
how the
never,
fuck did this happen?
I didn't see it because I never went back and watched it
You
because
should go back and watch it. He just looked really fucking confused at the whole outcome. Like it's like, no, you just got beat, man. Like, yes, you just lost
yeah,
to Vanderbilt.
well, the
Like,
defense couldn't stop them one time to fucking get a shot. I think if Alabama would have got the ball back, they would have won. But here's
yeah,
where he fucked up, as he should have kicked the onside kick. He watched their defense be horrible all game
yeah,
long.
yeah.
Do the onside kick and live with the results.
Because
Because
Vandy's not making that field goal.
yeah, no,
They're probably
no,
punt it if anything.
yeah. I mean, you got to stop them either way. So why would you not
Yeah,
do the onside kick there?
yeah. I don't get it, but so yeah. So I guess we're already on. Well, we want to shit. Well, we can talk college right now. We're on
Yeah, we
college.
might
Talk
as
about
well jump college because it's hate week. Vols in Alabama.
it's going to
Big
be a
rivalry.
good game, right? The battle of two very underachieving teams
The
at this point.
battle of which team is what it's kind of come down to because Alabama struggled last week and then
Oh my
Tennessee turned
gosh!
around and struggled last week. Tennessee should have lost that game and
And Alabama should have lost.
Alabama should have lost that game.
Yeah,
I mean, if it wasn't for just luck, I mean, Florida had a kicker, they would have been winning that game and if Alabama didn't get lucky, South Carolina would have won that game because I mean, they gave every chance to South Carolina. Get the fucking onside kick, and oh my gosh,
yeah. It's
everything
really
that went wrong. That deep pass for the touchdown where the guy tipped his toe right in the end zone. That was nuts.
both teams got to figure out really fast. Uh, I mean, they're gonna. Someone's got to win the game. So
Someone's got to
someone's
win the
gonna.
game, and it's funny. Bama's favored, but
They should be, as they should be.
they
They
probably
should be.
should be. But to me, the winning edge I give watching both of these teams play is Tennessee's at home. I think that's a pretty big advantage.
That's the advantage because their offense looks like shit right now.
Yeah, but I
They're-
mean, teams come to play against me. Like they're going to come to play. Both teams are going to come to play.
I noticed an issue with Tennessee, and I'll tell you, it's Heupel's play calling. I talked about this. So I noticed an Arkansas game became
Yeah,
evident, and it really began. I mean, I've kind of had this thought from him from the past couple of years with him too. With the play calling, the offense isn't there. Like I'm not as impressed with this hurry up offense. I think it's actually it does a lot more harm to the defense. Um, is his style. Like, and if they're scoring touchdowns, it's one thing, but when they don't score a touchdown, it's the
you are
complete opposite.
you're deflating your defense when you
Deflating
don't
it.
score a
And in the
touchdown.
Art was I was they played the Florida. Now it happened in an Arkansas game, and I noticed that it was really bad. So they were it had like 9 minutes left, 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. His play calls were conservative, but he went into the hurry up. So it's
Yeah,
like, well, if you're going to run conservative play calls, that shows me you're trying to burn clock.
yeah,
You got to burn some clock here instead of going for the hurry up, and that gave Arkansas an additional drive.
yeah,
Uh, hey, instead of just burning the clock. So I mean, he had it was like they had two first downs on that drive. I wish I had pulled up the stats on that, but they only burned like a minute and a half off the clock. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna run conservative, burn the clock. That's the whole point of that. If not, then let's do it. And they threw deep on 3rd and 7, like a Hail Mary. I'm like, what are you doing, dude? Just get the
I
first
mean,
down. Give
Alabama had
Alabama.
that kind of had that problem with Vanderbilt too. I mean, Vandy controlled that clock the whole time because Alabama will play fast too now,
It just
and
doesn't. I don't know.
that's gonna be oh I don't know what the outcome of this game's gonna be. I don't know if it's got the potential to be high scoring as shit if it turns into a shootout.
I mean, I haven't seen Tennessee put up points other than UTC this year. Any quality opponent they
And
haven't put up to it, it's more than 25 points. And
now,
so
do you think it's because of the quarterback because he's so young and inexperienced? Like
he played
that's finally showing now that he's playing like SEC teams
shit.
or
He put up 35 against Iowa. That was my first view of him, right? And Iowa was a good team last year.
yeah,
He
Iowa
ran
had
the
a good
ball well
defense.
that
Iowa
game.
had a good defense too.
And their defense was awesome. And that,
Yeah,
but
they just had zero offense last year. They should have beat Florida State or whoever it was they played at one point.
I don't know. It may be
Not
the
Florida State.
quarterback.
I can't remember who it was, but yeah.
I see the throws and I see him in the tight coverage. So maybe it's the scheme. I don't know. It could be his decision making. It could be his decision making because maybe he's not going with the right read.
Yeah.
And I do think play calling is a problem. I think play calling has been a problem for him. He doesn't have Hendon Hooker anymore. Like Hendon Hooker was one of those quarterbacks that was just really, really, really good
Yeah,
uh,
for that style offense.
for that style offense. And so
Yeah.
Nico, he's a freshman. I'll give it to him. Like he's a freshman. I'm not, I don't expect as much out of him, but like you got a good fucking defense here. You played good. You've
Yeah.
shown me
If you're
some.
if you're if you're a Vol fan, like I think you got to think like you're going to lose a lot of really good defensive players next year. Like you want to capitalize on it this year. Like
Yeah.
that edge rusher y'all have is going to be a top 5 pick, I think. I can't think of his name.
Oh, James Pierce. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
great.
I mean, he's legit. I mean, that's going to be giving Alabama trouble all game long. That's going to be interesting to see how they game plan that. But I did see where Tennessee's going to be without their starting like main linebacker. He's out for the rest of the year.
Damn.
That's
Yeah,
a
he
big
got injured.
blow.
He got injured on I think in one of the last drives of the Florida game, if I'm not
Did
mistaken.
he? I didn't get to see that whole game, but I saw where he got announced he's out for the rest of the season. That's a
As
big.
an Alabama fan, you would have enjoyed it.
I mean, I don't wish people to be injured, but I mean, it's nice
No,
to
not
just
him
like,
getting injured. Not him getting injured. I'm sorry.
but
But
him
the
not playing.
balls struggle. No, I'm saying as an Alabama fan, you would have enjoyed watching the Florida game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And
That's
and Florida, Georgia are always those two teams that give Tennessee trouble no matter what, it seems like.
yeah. Florida gives them a lot more trouble than we give Florida.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean this should have been an easy game, you would think on paper, and the way who Tennessee is now versus who Florida is now.
Florida was motivated to win though. I saw that they were highly like this was a game. I mean, Florida wanted this one like someone playing Alabama is
Yeah.
how Florida wanted this game.
Wanted to
Uh,
play Tennessee.
they
Yeah.
were, yeah, like really bad. And Tennessee seemed like they wanted to just get it over with so they could play Alabama, which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a
but we'll
huge
see.
game. I mean, that's the one that you look at on the schedule every year. So I mean,
How do you feel about Alabama? Because they go out there and dominate Georgia, and now they're playing like shit. So how do you feel about them right now? Because that's even worse, I think, almost than the
I
Vols. Like,
mean,
you know,
this game's gonna tell us a lot about who Alabama really is. I mean, I said that of Georgia, but now it's really like who's gonna is Milroe gonna step up and be a leader, or is he not gonna step up and be a leader? I like that I have the veteran quarterback going into this game.
yes,
I have really good receivers going into this game. Tennessee has a much better run game than Alabama does right now, though.
yeah.
And Alabama has a pretty piss poor run defense. Vandy showed that. So um, I don't
So
know. I mean, this is going to be one of those games that could just come down to who gets the turnover late. You know,
Neyland Stadium is the edge, as you said.
I think the edge goes to home stadium personally this game because neither team like it's like they're kind of almost mirror image each other. Like each week they both have the same kind of bad week. They both lost, and then last week you thought was a get right game for both teams. They both fucking struggle. So it's hard
You
to really
think
say like who's the better team.
you think the players? Yeah, I mean, I know that this week to week, but I mean, the players both kind of are just trying to get out of these games to get like the past couple weeks. Alabama had Georgia, that was their big one. Tennessee had Oklahoma, that was their big one, and all
Yeah.
this shit in between. They're kind of like, let's just get through this shit to get to Alabama or Tennessee, and maybe the past 2 weeks for both teams have just been kind of like overlooking their opponents to get to this matchup because this matchup does mean a lot to both programs no matter
Yeah.
what, no matter how the year's going. But this year, they knew going into it, like, oh, we both might be undefeated.
Yeah. And
Obviously,
it's a
they
shame.
played
It's
that
a
way.
shame they're not because if they were both undefeated, college game day would have had to decide do they want to go to Austin, Texas for Georgia, Texas, or go to Knoxville for Alabama,
They would have
Tennessee.
went to Knoxville. I think you had to go to Knoxville because the rivalries there. Georgia, Texas is just two high ranked in
That's
the
just too high
conference
ranked
teams.
teams. Yeah. And I mean, Alabama probably would still be number one if they would have beat Georgia. I mean, Vanderbilt.
Yeah, they would have been number one for sure.
So, and
But
if Vandy and if Tennessee would still be probably top 5. So,
it'd be number two. They'd be number well, or three probably after Oregon beat Ohio State, which I'm glad, thankfully did. Uh,
yeah. Yeah.
get Pac-12 over Big Ten, right? Even though there's Big Ten at home, which is still weird. Um, we all know how much I liked the Pac-12.
And and if there was one team that could beat Ohio, it's for sure Oregon. And I mean Ohio was like if I probably had to pick one team going to this season, I think I would have probably picked them to win it all. Either them or Texas if I was going
They're
there
the most
blind.
consistent. Ohio State's the most consistent program. I mean, Alabama with Alabama. Outside of
Yeah.
Alabama, they've been the most consistent program over the last 10 years
Yeah.
by far.
Yeah.
Uh,
They're
so
always right there in the mix battling with
yeah,
Alabama. So
outside of I think if you look at playoff appearances since the playoffs started, it would be Alabama one and probably two is Ohio State.
gotta be. Yeah.
Um,
And recruiting classes, they're usually 1, 2.
Yeah, they're Ohio State. They've got a good program up there. I mean, they've done. I mean, shit, dude, they've done great. They have like
Yeah.
two. I don't remember the last time they've had more than two losses in a year. Put it that way.
Yeah. Man,
Uh,
well, maybe this year. Hopefully they get two losses.
yeah, we'll see. Maybe Penn State's legit this year.
Penn State's the letdown every year.
Hanging on there, number three right now, baby.
They're the stepchild that can never beat Michigan or Ohio.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, well, it'll be a good game Saturday, 2:30 slot. What about we talk about the college. What about the Titans and Bucks? How you feeling about the Bucks after their blowout?
I mean, it's exciting to see the Bucks score 52 points. They don't usually score a lot of points because they're always been like a traditional defensive first type team. Um, Maybe Tom Brady changed that. I don't know. But I loved it though. I thought that was awesome because you can't lose you don't want to lose a division game to the Saints who look fucking horrible. They're getting destroyed by the Broncos as we speak. Fuck Bo Nix. But yeah. No, I mean you got to win those games. They should have beat Atlanta. They fucking choked and let Atlanta come in.
Yeah,
But
that
it is what
was.
it is. Bucks have a big game. They got Monday Night Football. The another double feature Monday Night Football game. I don't understand why they're doing this.
I like it. I like it. It is weird though.
It's weird. I don't say I hate it, but it's just different because I mean, if Dodgers Mets go to a game seven for some reason, it's also on Monday, and I've got two football games and a baseball game the same damn day.
It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, but
Who
I
did they play?
mean, I think it's just so they can be like we're giving more teams prime time spots because usually like before Tom Brady went to the Bucks would get like at best one Monday night football game, most likely not even that, probably just a Thursday night game, and that's their prime time spot.
Yeah, yeah. Which I like it just too, just because it takes away, because there's so many games that get lost in that noon shuffle. It's
Yeah.
nice to have 3:15 games. Usually you got two you can watch
That's
because the
true
time.
too, though. That's true too. And like TV loves Fox loves the fuck us, and like the afternoon game is always Dallas. Whoever the fuck Dallas plays is what's gonna be on
Yeah,
TV. And I don't want to watch Dallas. They fucking suck. Nobody likes Dallas. I don't know why they force up Dallas down our throats. But I mean, at least if you love to watch Dallas lose, it's a good thing because they always lose. So I don't know why they just force Dallas on us every day. Like Tom Brady's had to announce every Dallas game this year.
he's probably annoyed.
I would be too. It's annoying as shit. Like we don't give a shit about Dallas. Who do we need to talk to? Roger Goodell? Do we need to get him on the show and explain to him? Nobody really gives a fuck about Dallas. Just because one person said it's America's team doesn't mean America loves Dallas at all.
No, they just so happen to be the best team in the mid '90s when football started to overtake baseball as the main sport in America,
Yeah.
and that's where they got dubbed America's team. That's
Yeah,
all
and
it
they
was.
had like
It's
Emmett.
good
They had
timing.
like bigger than like like Emmett Smith, like a huge name and a huge
It was
star, and
good timing. It was
yeah,
really good timing, is what it
yeah, for
was.
the
Like
Cowboys.
the Patriots did more than the Cowboys did in their dynasty. Let's be
Oh,
honest.
by far. So
Patriots did way more. They should be America's team, and I'm not a Patriots fan, but they would be more of America's team. But it just the
yeah.
timing was there. Talk about the Bucks, and do we need to talk about the Titans' disappointing season, or are we good to
I
just?
mean, did the Titans wave the flag? I
I
feel like if
think
they
they
keep
did.
starting Will Levis, that's waving the flag. I know you got a lot to say about the Titans.
Yeah, they. I don't understand why you spend that much money in the off season to say, well, we're figuring out if Will's our guy. Well, I'm sure the owner made their mind up and like, hey, we spent $300 million. Like, I want to win.
Yeah,
So there's a line between trying to find out if he's your guy or winning. So you need to see growth, and you need to see a fair amount of growth. I've seen growth. He's gotten better, minorly better, but it took him to throw 95 yards to show improvement this past week, and he only threw one interception. And that interception was, I mean, he was just trying to make something happen. I can't blame him for that. But my whole thing was you only threw 95 yards against the Colts secondary, which is supposed to be good this year.
yeah. It was a lot of money thrown around that you definitely don't see the results from that money that got thrown around.
No, defenses. I mean, defensive side you do.
Defense. I mean, Titans have one of the best defenses in the league. If I don't, they might be ranked the best right now. I don't know.
Statistically, they're number one.
I was gonna say they might be on
Yeah,
statistically number one.
on
I know
yards.
the Titans record definitely doesn't reflect that. But I mean, they're Yeah, you got to think if they started Mason Rudolph over Will Levis, then
It's a,
they probably win the Colts at least.
they
That's
won the Colts for sure. They
yeah.
won. They
They
probably
they
only have
would have
one
beat they
loss.
would have beat the Bears in the beginning of the season, but I mean I get that you think Will's your guy and that's game one. Like you kind of didn't know that at that point.
No, we didn't know till the Packers week when Malik Willis torched us. That's when we
Yeah,
were done.
when
That's
Malik
the
comes
only.
down, when your what was your supposedly third string comes and smokes you, then you fucked up somewhere because he just beats your starter, the guy you said you want over him. So and you looked at him as a third string, so
Yeah, that was the only game we truly got. That's the only game that we would have lost without with Mason in because Malik played so good, which I'm happy for. Like happy he did for him.
yeah,
But every other game we should have won. And our one win this year was led by Mason Rudolph. So you're
yeah.
telling us they're telling us the coaches are telling us that we're okay not to win. We're going to find out if Will Levis is our guy. But I think you've seen enough in the first 5 weeks. I know it's hard to say like, he could turn around. He could turn it around. But
So
man, spend a lot of money, and
so
I don't know.
the Titans Bills is it just a 12 o'clock game? Is there
I'm
normal?
sure. I'm sure it's a noon
So
game.
here's a scenario. Titans defense is keeping the Titans in the game against the Bills. But Will Levis just keeps coming out there. They keep going three and out. Defense is starting to fucking get deflated because they're on the field the whole time. Do you make the halftime call? Do you come out with Rudolph?
Yeah, if you want to win,
If you want to
if you
win.
want to win, if you want to win, that's it's that simple. You can't if winning is your number one priority, then you do that. But if winning's not your number one priority, which it sounds like it's not right now, it can't, I don't, and that's crazy to say because that should be every team's number one priority. Yeah, if you want to win in the future, you got to see if Will's your guy in the now, and if he's going to struggle, he's going to struggle. But I don't know that we're seeing enough growth. I hope he does. I hope he changes. I hope he does better. I really do.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that much growth. I've seen some growth, but the growth I saw in last game, he only threw for 95 yards. It's because they was, I don't know, playing too conservative. I'm not really sure. It's like, oh well, we're not going to throw that much, so you don't throw that many picks.
Yeah.
That doesn't really
Do you pick up the
work.
phone? Do you pick up the phone and do you call Jameis Winston?
I 100% he would be my starting quarterback. I've
I
loved
think they
James
got
Winston.
the kind of receivers that kind of go with Jameis
He would
Winston. He'll
fucking tear
sling
it
the
up.
ball. I mean, Jameis will get out there and sling the ball. He can do that, and that can open up a run game potentially too.
I'll take a shitty Jameis 2 picks every game if he's going to throw 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean that he's
I'm
going to
fine with
throw the
that.
touchdowns. It just comes down, and I think with a defense like the Titans, it kind of benefits a quarterback like Jameis Winston.
They'd be 12-5 with Jameis Winston as their starting quarterback.
Yeah,
Their team is way too talented. That's all it takes. And that's the thing. And if anything, the NFL this year has shown is you don't have to have Patrick Mahomes as your quarterback. You just have to have a good quarterback that makes good decisions and let your defense handle the rest. This year,
yeah,
that's the motto for the NFL because
yeah.
no one's lighting it up.
No,
So just fucking Sam Darnold is your best quarterback in the
I
NFL
was
right
gonna
now.
say other than maybe Sam Donald, but
And I
um,
again have had faith in him for a while, but like he should not be your best quarterback in the NFL. He could be top 10,
yeah.
not number one. So yeah,
I mean, shit, Baker's up there too right now.
Baker don't surprise me. I mean, he had last year he was statistically a top 10 quarterback. I think he did 30 something touchdowns.
Yeah,
Uh, he had a good year. Jared Goff's right there too. Jared Goff, I'm so happy for Jared Goff. Man, he's earned it, but he's really earned it. If anyone,
Jared
he's
Goff's kind of like the proof of a quarterback that maybe you don't give up on a quarterback sometimes because
yeah.
he could have easily just got washed away and then been nobody.
Yeah, Detroit fucking gave him that. They had that bad year. I thought after that year, like he was done, and then they're like, "No, let's stick with him." And then they're like, "Well, okay, we got something here."
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I'm not
yeah.
saying like I think Will Levis will eventually be that, but
Now Jared Goff came out of the gates winning games at least.
yeah,
Will's not.
no. Well,
He's
he had
not.
his yeah,
He had a better team. Well, I say better team. I don't know. Shit, Titans roster's pretty stacked.
yeah.
Let's
They just need somebody to show up at quarterback.
need somebody to show up a quarterback.
He's sitting on that bench.
Mason Rudolph comes in and your team's up hadn't put up 30 points in 3 years.
I don't know. Maybe he gets called up on against Buffalo. I feel like
Well,
it's easy for the Titans to be like, well, it's Buffalo. We're not expected to win, so keep Levis out there.
yeah, but it's a winnable game, even
But
though
Titans typically, when they come to play and they have players that want to play and coaches that want to coach, this is a game they usually win. It's usually
yeah,
they lose games like to the Colts. It's just like games they shouldn't have lost. But when it comes to like the fucking Bills, like they'll come out there and win those games, especially regular season.
well, I tell you, they need to win it. If I mean, they can. They've been 1-4 before, and they made. I mean, last time it happened was '02. They were 1-4, and they went to the AFC Championship. Of course, Steve McNair was your quarterback. Um, and then they were 2-4 the year they went to the AFC Championship in 2019. They were
Yeah.
started out 2-4, and Mariota got benched. Tannehill came in. It
Tannehill
was
was
the
the guy.
AFC Championship. So this is the week. This is, I think, the week I thought the bye week would have done more, but they gave. I mean, and if Will's still injured, then I give him that. Like, if he literally can't throw the ball, then yes, that's going to affect his gameplay as a quarterback. So
Yeah.
if they're saying he's not as injured as he is, or he's not letting on, but I mean, if he can't throw the ball, then that's definitely going to affect how he plays.
Yeah. Well,
So
could he not throw the ball because he can't throw it, or could he not throw the ball because of an injury? That's
yeah, and so if he's actually got injured, I mean, he looked like he could throw the fastball last week, so he might not be that bad.
yeah, yeah. At least he
So
has some steam behind it. I mean, he does have that, and he's got some wheels too. I mean, you look at him and you think, okay, he has the capabilities of a quarterback. What's not clicking? That's what they got to figure out or move on. I mean, it's that simple.
decision making,
Decision
saw
making for sure. Decision making's like hit low for him. So
very low. His reads weren't good. There was a saw video. It was base second play, the Calvin Ridley thing with the drama, him not getting the ball. Second play of the game. He was supposed to. Ridley was basically with the safety did something. Ridley was his option.
yeah,
Safety did some bad thing, and he didn't go to Ridley. He went to someone else. But Ridley was open for probably like a 30-yard gain. And
yeah,
so he's misreading defenses too. So defenses are using him. So maybe when he figures that out, it may just be like a light bulb with the guy. We'll see.
maybe. But can you name a quarterback in the NFL that's worse than Will Levis right now?
Sean Watson.
Deshaun Watson, 1, 2. Like
Maybe.
we talked about that. I mean, it's got to be one of them two. I don't know who.
I can't think of anyone else. I mean, I'd try. Daniel Jones even looked good.
I take Daniel Jones over
Gosh,
both of
I
them.
take Daniel. I know. I was literally watching the Giants game. I was like, I'd fucking take Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I take Daniel Jones over both of them right now.
Um, I mean, maybe I don't even know whoever the Dolphins roll out this week, but Tyler Huntley's probably better. He just needed a week to learn the
Yeah, I
system.
would say he might be better now. It just needed that week.
Yeah, he just needs to learn who everyone's name probably. He's not Astro Dobbs. He can't just walk in and figure it out in a day or
Running the
two.
same 4 plays because that's all you know. The
Yeah,
routes for the receivers on.
that's got to be 1-2, man. I don't know. I'd really have to give it some thought. I think that's your 1-2
Yeah,
bunch.
most
Uh,
definitely 1, 2.
I agree, man.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. That would be a very Titan-esque thing to do, though, if I can come out and smoke the bill or something fucking stupid.
Mm, yeah, yeah. If they come out and figure it out, I feel like it may go the other way. Unfortunately, I hope it doesn't. The defense is good. Defense will keep them in the game. Defense is going to see it as a challenge to stop Josh Allen. Defense is going to. They should come out there and play well. But running quarterbacks have clearly given the Titans a problem. They've seemed to have solved that. The sitting
Yeah,
ducks, Aaron Rodgers, they dominated him until the end of the game when their defense was gassed. Joe Flacco, same thing, dominated him until the end of the game, and they were gassed.
I
Malik
don't.
Willis.
I don't think Amari Cooper is going to play this week, so that's kind of the plus side for the Titans. I think he's going to hold out a week before he jumps in and plays for the Bills.
Oh, he got traded.
Yeah, Amari Cooper
Oh
got
shit.
traded to the Bills.
Yeah, they probably. I mean, usually those receivers. I guess they got to learn it. I feel like receivers, especially, that you
Uh,
can't just throw running backs. You
no,
put on
you saw
there.
Devontae Adams got traded right to the Jets.
Yes, that's
He's
good
he's
for the
he's
Jets.
he's going to play, but he's familiar with that quarterback.
He's familiar with Aaron Rodgers,
I
like
mean,
Josh
it's going to be the
Allen.
same fucking offense he's already been playing anyway. So
Yeah, he's been just hanging out as a Raider. He's like,
Yeah,
fuck,
he
get me out
hasn't
of
even played. He's just, I'm glad I did not draft him.
here.
I mean, he might be okay now. We'll see, to be determined. But with the Raiders, that was, whew.
He was ready to go. Unfortunately for those guys.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wanted out of there, and it was pretty obvious.
we'll see what happens with this Titans game. I hope they win. I hope Will Levis is continue. Like I said, I've seen growth, but it's been very small. Um, and
Yeah,
the growth I've seen has involved him throwing the ball less, which isn't really growth. He's going to have to throw 35 times a game to be,
yeah.
you know. Um,
We'll see. Pollard showed some life last game.
yeah,
Plus,
he's been good. He's been great. He's not Derrick Henry, but he's been fine. Like, dude, he's like they were able to. Derrick Henry probably would. I don't say. I hate to say it like this because Derrick Henry could have a lot of yards, but I think behind, if they were struggling like that, I don't know that Derrick would run as hard.
yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean.
But with that defense, he might because he knows that the defense can get him games. Actually, no, I'm going to take that back. Derrick Henry would probably be doing better than Pollard because he knows he's got a defense that can support him and an offensive line that's played good. They've improved.
yeah.
We didn't get sacked. Will Levis did not get sacked in that Colts game. That's the first time in 3 years
That
that's
that
happened.
line has that. Yeah, I saw that stat. I remember seeing that stat. That's a pretty crazy stat, actually.
Yeah,
Now, I saw another crazy stat that was like Derrick Henry has more rushing yards than Will Levis has throwing yards.
passing yards. Yep, that's
Um,
true.
That's insane.
That's the unfortunate part of
I
it.
mean, I thought Henry would have a good year. I was like in the draft, I was hesitant to pick him because I've had those Ravens running backs before, and usually around the goal line, Lamar just fucking takes the touchdowns. Um, but Henry's been getting them, and Henry's been trucking too, man. He's looked good over there.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
knew he was going to the Ravens. I thought he would go to the Ravens last year. I thought they might have got a deal done last year, and he'd go to the Ravens. And I knew if they didn't this year, he'd be at the Ravens. I
yeah.
think that was I think that was his target all along. So
They had a deal in place, and then I think the owner vetoed it, which I'm glad he did because at that his last game against Jacksonville was well worth that fucking draft pick we would have gotten probably cut. Like
yeah, yeah,
as
that's
a
true.
Titans fan, that last game, watching him fucking dominate one more time was well worth whatever fucking draft pick we would have got out
Yeah,
of that trade. Having Derek in that Titans uniform means more than that,
yeah.
fourth round pick. I mean, yes, you can. I get it in the NFL, but like, dude, half the time those guys don't even make it.
No, they
And
don't.
it's nothing against got fourth round picks or whatever, but for that trade, it probably would have been wasted or trade cap,
Yeah,
all that. I'm glad that we kept him for the rest of the year and didn't get anything out of it. I got it out of it as a fan. That Jackson game, that was
well,
well worth it.
it's not every year. I mean, it's not every year the Titans has a fucking Hall of Fame player on their roster. And I mean, like that's like started with them, and gonna be
Yeah,
like when Derrick Henry finally retires, whatever it may be, he's gonna only be mainly be known as a Titans player. Even if the Ravens go on to win a Super Bowl, I think he'll still be remembered as a Titans player.
absolutely. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I
Um,
mean, that's where he put up, 2,000 yards a year and all those touchdowns. And, that guy was just ridiculous. I mean, the fucking stiff arms this guy gives out it's still today. The guy's a monster. It's just athletes like him that like put their health above everything. And that's how they stay so healthy and still can. I mean, he's out there
LeBron
stiff
James.
arming kids that are like 8 years younger than him that are, you
Hmm.
think an age on a running back, he's defying that because nowadays, you know, running backs are dime a dozen. And I mean, they're not even used like they used to be. He's kind of like a old school running back at this point.
Yeah, you look at LeBron James, you look at Tom Brady, you look at Derrick Henry. They all spend however much they can on their bodies,
Yeah,
and
on their
what
diet,
do they all
their
dominate.
dieting, their care, their workout, like everything. They put that money there, and that's how they played for so long.
Yep, and he's 30, and he seems to not be slowing down. Which, like I said, I didn't think he was slowing down.
Yeah,
He just probably was not as motivated as a Titan in his last half of the season when he realized it
probably.
wasn't going anywhere. Uh,
Yeah,
that last game's like, fuck it, let's just show him what I can do, and he did. He went out there
yeah,
and ran over
yeah,
Jacksonville and kept him from the playoffs. Which, as a Titans fan, that was nice to see.
yeah, yeah. That is cool to see.
But anyway, so yeah. So what do we got for our what's our segment? What are we doing tonight?
James, you look a little bored down there.
I think
Um,
we got some
Why
entertainment
would I
for
be
'em.
bored, guys? I'm just listening, enjoying some commentary, listening
listening
to
to listen to metal.
some stiff arms and some bi curious Titan weeks, and just been hanging out, hanging and banging, man. Just hanging and banging.
Speaking of cum stains, James, are you ready to play porn star or athlete?
Yep, let's win this.
Okay. Porn star or athlete? Kike Hernandez.
That's a player.
That's correct. It's a player.
Yeah.
Actually
That's a
for the
good one though.
Dodgers. Actually for the Dodgers.
That's a good
Hey,
one.
well, obviously.
I had to start that one out. Um, okay, porn star or athlete. Let's see here. Let's go with Juan El Cabello.
Uh, Juan El Caballo. Could you use it in a sentence?
I could not. Juan El
Porn,
Caballo is a very nice gentleman.
porn star.
Damn it. See, that's why I didn't want to use it in a sentence. That's a porn star. You're one and one right now. You're one and
Yeah,
one.
he's a hoe for show.
Oh, for sure. All right. Porn star or athlete. Destiny Hooker.
It's too obvious. That's a player.
Damn. See, I didn't know. I should have started off with that one. I should have led off with that one.
I think I don't know. I mean, the ask me the guy ones is fun, but I think no, don't ask me the girl ones. Don't do that.
Okay.
I
Are
don't
we
want to
good?
tip my hand on my search histories.
Porn star or athlete? Tommy Gunn.
Well, he was in Rocky 5,
Yes, he
so
was.
I'm gonna
Okay,
say,
I will say it's not a Rocky reference. I will tell you that.
Well, that's
oh
the
shit.
boxer from Rocky.
Then I'm out. I don't know, because that's definitely an athlete in that one.
Is actually an MTSU basketball player.
There we are.
I
Tommy
thought
Gunn.
that
That's such a badass name.
I thought you would have took the bait on porn star for that one.
Nah, all I could think about was Rocky 5.
And I know like that was the first thing I thought of, but I was like, it's such a like I could see that being a porn name too, though.
Oh, absolutely. That's like male stripper name
1,000%.
I've got one. Porn star athlete. Raleigh Fingers.
player.
And you got lucky.
Did
It's a
not.
player. No, it's a player from the
No,
70s.
I mean I didn't get lucky. I know my shit.
Okay.
I'm
If
like an
we're
expert on both subjects.
porn
I
star,
just sit I just sit tight and quiet while you guys chit chat because I don't want to, make you feel bad.
That's true.
you know all your players. Porn star or athlete, AJ Hawk.
Oh, it's porn star
Athlete. Finally got in that
and porn star
costume.
and porn star.
Yes,
That
he
is a,
could.
I mean, I wouldn't be
Wait, hold on. What did you say? What was his name?
AJ Hawk.
Hawk. Whoops.
Did you think I said cock?
That's on me. Okay.
Fair enough. Porn star
Ah,
or
got me.
athlete, Taco Falls.
Ooh.
Porn star.
Athlete.
Come on, give me a porn star.
Well, he's 7'7". He's pretty tall. Isn't he like something like 7'6", 7'7"?
7'7". What is
Yeah,
he?
he is huge. He's like this tall motherfucker.
He played for the Celtics for I don't know if he's still like a backup.
Oh,
Uh,
so he's white?
no, he's like Nigerian.
Oh, well.
He's
Well,
definitely not. But I mean, I don't think he plays for the Celtics anymore. I think he finally got cut or got let go or whatever. He's like too injury prone. Way too
All
injury.
them tall dudes are, man, they got the worst joints and ligaments and whatnot.
Yeah, they
Poor
do.
guys.
Okay. Porn star or athlete? Tommy Wood.
Porn star.
Yeah, that's a porn star.
I tell ya.
That's a porn star. Man,
Hmm.
I'm trying to mix them in here.
Yeah, I missed AJ Cock on that one.
There probably is an AJ Cock. Like
Audio issue.
that's probably for sure on there. Like male cock names are just wild now though. Like when I'm looking them up, like this guy's porn star name is Cock Ninja. Like that's not even like I can't just say that. I mean, that's obvious who that is.
Man, a name with a name like that, you almost have to have a catchphrase.
Okay. Porn star or athlete? Rico Strong.
Porn star.
Damn. Okay. Porn star.
There ain't no athlete that's ever been named Rico. In fact, I don't think any real person's been named Rico.
When I think
That's
of Rico, I think of Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers, yeah.
That's exactly
Not a real guy. I don't think a real Rico has ever existed.
probably not.
Now
Okay.
someone named Rico in the comments is gonna be like, "Hey, motherfucker."
Our one fan from like Tijuana, Mexico, his name is
His name
Rico.
Rico.
Hey,
He's
Like,
like, fuck
oh,
you, Americans.
that's
Uh,
my bad, Rico. I'm sorry.
don't quit watching
What's
us.
your catchphrase, Rico?
What's your pickup on Rico? Okay, porn
What's
star.
Denise Richards like in real life?
Chuba Hubbard, porn star or athlete?
Athlete.
Yeah, it's athlete.
Mm, mm,
Man, I
mm,
should have
mm,
picked some better names.
mm. See, okay, here's the issue is the porn star athlete. My problem is I do not know the athletes whatsoever. So it's process of elimination in my head. Have I heard of this person? If the answer is yes, then they're a porn star. If the answer is no, I've not heard of them, probably an athlete.
Okay, so I need to do it more intense next time we play this.
I mean, I don't know
More
how you would,
frequently. Because I feel
but
like the athletes have that I've been given have way more of a porn name, like Destiny Hooker.
yeah, that one's pretty. Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
a porn name.
See, I'm also at a slight disadvantage because, full disclosure, the videos that I watch don't exactly have production value. It's not like
Yeah,
the Coen brothers directed the shit I watch.
yeah.
So I don't know the names of all the famous girls that are at the
The Alexis
Vegas porn
Texas of the
awards.
worlds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Like
I
if
could honestly name very few like major female porn stars off the top of my head. Like she's the first one that comes to my mind. Janet
like
Jameson.
and like if whoever it is didn't have a fleshlight designed and named after her, I'm probably not really gonna know.
That's also fair. Which reminds me, never mind.
Shout out to our sponsors.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew and Fleshlight. Hey guys.
Bundle now for 20% off when you when you add them to the cart together.
When you just want to have a wild night, solo. Pop a
Use
Blue
use our
Chew
code word AJ Cock.
and grab your Alexis Texas Vortex and have a good time, buddy, for 4 hours.
Porn star or athlete? Coco Crisp.
God, that sounds delicious, whichever one it is. Kind of want some cereal now. I'm gonna say, oh, this one I don't know. Cocoa Crisp. Talk to me, Goose. Athlete.
Damn, yep. He plays for the Oakland A's. That was a good one. Porn star or athlete? Johnny Castle.
Porn star.
That's a porn star.
How many of these we got? I feel like I'm doing a new SAT.
Porn star or athlete? Jake Paul.
Ooh. Has he had a sex tape come out? Is this a trick question? I don't think he has. He hasn't had a tape come out. No, wait. He did, didn't he? Didn't he have a tape come out? You bastard. I can't remember. I don't keep up with those assholes. Mm. Mm. But he does everything now. Like he's done literally every sport, every media. Why wouldn't he? I'm gonna go with D, all the above.
That's kind of a dick one because I guess you got to label him as an athlete. I don't think he has a porn tape out, but I wouldn't be the least surprised if he had a porn tape out.
Right. Or they hired him to do some.
But it's
And
like
then,
a dick response because then you have to call fucking Jake Paul an athlete if you want to call him an athlete.
I mean, wait, he's the one that wants to get his ass whooped by Mike Tyson, right?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I've got more respect for Logan Paul going into WWE and or
Jake
no,
Paul.
is he in
Yeah, Logan's the WWE one.
is he in WWE or AEW?
WWE. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I think he was in WrestleMania or some shit.
And apparently he's really, really good at it from some wrestling experts I've discussed it with. He's apparently like it pisses everyone off how good he is at it.
Because they want to hate him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But he's actually really good. And they're like, damn it.
So where did we fail as a society where we all hate the Paul brothers at a certain age? Like at a certain age, you're mature and you're like, fuck the Paul brothers. And then there's like the kids who like worship the Paul brothers. Is that what's going on?
There's people
Well,
that like really.
well, they wouldn't have
I'm
gotten as famous as they
that's
did.
I
not
think
that's
their famous came from hate. I believe they have more haters. I think that's where their fames came from.
No, I don't think it would have been as long lived if it was
I
just haters.
think
Look
it
at the
also
Island Boys.
I really don't know the history of the Paul brothers, but I think it started with like Pokemon YouTubing, right?
They were
Which
YouTubers,
that's cool.
yeah.
Which
I
that's
think
cool. I can get behind that.
but they were
And
like, if you go look at like, oh, I know I've never I've had to actually like full disclosure, never even watched any of their shit ever. I think I watched one video where like Logan Paul bought like the most expensive Pokemon card and opened it. But other than that, like I've seen pictures of their old videos and like they're small as fuck, like just little nerdy
yeah.
Pokemon guys. And then I think their popularity took off and they just started venturing into different things. And they got older themselves too, because they were probably pretty young when they started.
How old are they? We
They,
know.
I
They're
They're in
think
their
younger than
thirties.
us.
they got
Yeah,
to be
they're
younger than us.
a
Logan.
little bit. They're late 20s, I want to say.
Oh, so they're still pretty young. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to say they're late 20s. And they um
Yeah, Jake
yeah, they
Paul's
start
27. So
okay. So Logan's probably like 29, 30, something like that.
yeah, and
Because
Logan's
Jake's the little
29.
brother.
Logan's
Yeah.
29. Are you sure you're not a big fan of these guys?
He's like, no, no, no. People
Wait,
don't
you
hate them.
can't
I'm
They got
pretty sure
fans.
one's 27, the other's
you
29.
can't see the poster, can you? I thought I cropped it out. Okay.
Speaking of, what happened to the One Direction guy? I saw he like jumped off a balcony or something.
Hmm. Yeah, One Direction straight down.
Yeah, it was only going one direction.
That poor bastard. Like that sounded like an accident. And
You
oh,
know, I didn't read it, but from the little bit that I did read, I think he was just like his hotel room was just full of drugs and like broken TVs and mirrors and shit. Sound like he was just fucking like just ODing in his room every damn day in the hotel and fell off a
oh,
balcony.
damn. I didn't hear anything like that. To me, it sounded like like some sort of a game went wrong.
No, no, it was like he was drinking and drugging.
That
Yeah,
sucks. Three
yeah,
stories.
yeah.
What a bummer. What
Okay.
was his name?
I do not know. I just know it was a One Direction guy.
Liam, I think.
Oh, it was Liam something. Yeah, but I mean, I don't couldn't even tell you a One Direction song. Like I have no clue.
Yeah, no, I don't know. They
Like
formed in
not only were we way too old for boy bands by that point, but they were like generational boy bands that I would like never have known anyways.
yeah, Simon Cowell built One Direction in 2008. And
Really?
yeah, so that was way after my time of
Because I
caring
mean,
about.
Jonas Brothers was like we were too old for Jonas Brothers.
Yeah. Yeah, that was all Disney Channel stuff. I wasn't watching Disney Channel. I was watching, fuzzy HBO channel.
Yeah, exactly. And certain infomercials that are no longer around.
Yeah, with steel drums playing. No, I think we were past that at that point. I think I was just full blown renting videos from Videomania. I think I was old enough to check videos out on my own, honestly.
Probably most most likely. Well, James, I mean you passed
Crushed it.
you crushed it. You got let's see here. You got 11 right. I didn't even count how many you got wrong, but you crushed that one. You crushed
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
You did better at that than Star Wars trivia.
that's not true.
I'll tell you the
I
weirdest
didn't get
part.
one wrong with Star Wars trivia. What are you talking about? I got all of the sports ones wrong, I think.
I feel like the first time we did porn star athlete, I think we got you a little more that time.
I missed
You
the
definitely have
athletes.
been researching your porn star since then.
No,
But
I missed the athletes on those. I didn't miss any of the porn stars on the first one. Do your research, dude.
oh, that's right. Yeah, I think you got all the porn stars right. It was
Damn, you're like the worst fucking host ever.
well, I'll tell
Uh,
you the weirdest part of looking up all these porn star names is like, cause I mean, it's more fun to look at the guy names, and I just have to look at hundreds of cocks on my monitor because that's the only way they show them is just like a picture with the guy's name, and they're just all like got their shit out. So yeah,
well, it's yeah. I apologize that Drew Carey isn't turning up in any of those searches for you, buddy.
Yeah.
you know that should have been who I put on here. Drew Carey, porn star athlete. That should have been where I just came out the gates with that one's what I should have done.
I'd have been like, well, which one does Joe wish he was?
Drew Carey in a little football uniform, little Alabama pants.
Hey,
Little
fun
wrestling
fact,
singlet.
fun
Oh
fact,
yeah.
Drew Carey was a Marine. There's a fun fact for you.
You would know that, you
Oh,
fucking fanboy.
Did you learn that in your research of his
Yeah.
penis size?
I saw it on military episode of Price is Right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Go
He
watching
haven't
the
missed a
price.
sing.
Right.
He hasn't missed an episode of Price is Right in 20 years.
Like, I got to take my lunch at 10 every day. I'm sorry, boss.
Nobody disturbed me during my lunch.
He's got to catch that in Deal or No Deal. Loves him some Wayne Brady. We know. We're on to you.
You need to watch God that podcast because he talks about Wayne Brady in the second episode. It's
Does he
fucking
really? What are the odds? No one has
like
mentioned
Wayne
Wayne Brady.
Brady. I love Wayne Brady.
No one has mentioned Wayne Brady in 5 years except for John Goblikon and me.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're gonna restart his career. Wayne Brady's
Bring,
heading for a renaissance.
bring it back.
Let's
Bring
get
it.
him on the show.
I
Hey,
think we might be able to. Is he on that thing that we were talking about doing? Where you like,
cameo.
yeah, I bet he's on Cameo.
Let's find out.
That'd be great. I'm gonna get Krispy Kreme to sing a song for you guys.
Wait, who's Krispy Kreme?
Froggy Fresh. You don't know who I'm talking about?
Uh-uh. You lost
Oh
me.
man, I'm so jealous. You get to hear all of his songs for the first time.
Is it spelled Krispy Kreme?
Yeah, Krispy Kreme. His original song, "I'm the baddest of them all," or whatever, "baddest of them all," is
Oh my God, I'm looking at this guy right now.
him and Moneymaker Mike back in 2012. They wrote a rap song.
So I missed out on this one then,
Yeah, he was. It went viral, hardcore, and then the dude can actually do some songs, and it's funny. He's hilarious.
So he changed the Froggy Fresh
Yeah, because I think he got into some trouble with the Krispy Kreme
with the
name,
Krispy Kreme.
but he turned into Froggy Fresh, and he did the classics. Dunked on. James just got dunked on. That's a
Yeah.
good song. Good video. Um, but yeah, well, never mind. I mean, it would have been funny, but now it'd just be kind of like, oh, okay, well, James got this random
Oh, so
person.
you can pay for him to write you songs.
Yeah,
500 for business songs, 400 for love songs, 300 for personal songs.
his best one that he's done recently is
Ooh.
for Nathan Traeger.
I just looked up his net worth. What would you guess his net worth is?
Uh,
You're
re
gonna be highly surprised by this.
I wouldn't say more than a million, less than $1 million.
This I don't know how accurate this is either. Let's see. His net worth is only $10,000.
Okay, yeah. I was like, there's no way he's making killer
It's somebody
money.
that probably like must have got like banging hot and then just died
Yeah.
completely.
Well, yeah, and he had a moment. He had a flash pan fame with those songs, and he some of his videos go vi he'll get a few million views on his videos, but it's not like he's wildly successful. He did a tour, and I don't like he was playing shows at Exit In and stuff, so it's
Yeah.
not as though he was, yeah, yeah, no, he wasn't a Paul brother, but he's hilarious. He's
He
funny
didn't
as shit.
sustain the constant million views.
Yeah, no, he's hilarious. But he's got a TikTok going now, and I think he'll be all right. I think it'll take
Yeah,
off.
I'm
But
sure
anyway,
I'm sure he'll get some money from that. I mean, I kind of figured it had to be low when I saw the prices he was charging for songs. So, but all right.
well,
What's that bring us to, Kevin? Betting this weekend.
Yeah, it's some
I tell you
bets.
what, man, I have not been on a good streak with bets.
It's been a hard one to bet this year, hasn't it?
Yeah, just because like I'll like the Bama Vandy week. Obviously, I had Bama in my parlay. That was not good.
Yeah,
Um,
college this week. Let's see. College. I was looking at.
I mean, I'll say this: Alabama, Tennessee. I probably would take the over for that one.
What's the over under? Let's see here. What's the over under? What is it? I'm curious. Yeah, at 56. So
56 is
yeah,
the over under. That's yeah.
the line, Alabama by 3. I think whoever wins is going to win by 2 touchdowns at least. I don't think it's going to be as close. I think someone's going to show up and someone's not.
That's possible.
I think
That's what I
someone's going to
think.
show up and someone's not, and it's I mean, it's a they could show up for 3.5 quarters and then someone blow it up, but I think it's a 2 touchdown win by who at least by whoever wins, whoever the hell shows up.
Yeah,
Uh, which I believe. Let's see. There was one. Oh, okay. Indiana, Nebraska at Indiana. I'm
that was
taking
one.
Nebraska.
That's the one I was looking for just to see what the line was right now.
It's 6. So I think Nebraska. So the odds will be good. I think Nebraska. I think that's worth taking. Michigan at Illinois. Michigan's the favorite. Illinois got the better record. Michigan. I could see Michigan winning that though. Um, but wouldn't put it past Illinois. They've got some good stuff going on this year. They're 5-1, ranked 22nd. Um,
Yeah. Georgia,
Miami
Texas. Texas
at
is favored.
Louisville. Miami at Louisville.
I saw that one. The way Miami's been playing, they've been getting like they got really lucky to win that last game. They should have lost
Yes.
that by in fact, I like went to bed there in that game because I thought that game was over and woke up to see Miami somehow came back and won that. My mind was blown.
I'm gonna say if it was a night game, night games in Louisville, always teams always get upset on. I swear, like Lamar, just from the Lamar Jackson days, I swear, anytime a good team goes into, and I forgot they upset somebody that was undefeated too with Lamar Jackson. Uh,
Yeah,
but night games in Louisville, they always pull off upsets. It's a day game at 11 o'clock, so maybe I just feel like obviously teams are more comfortable play the night games at home. But Miami at Louisville, Oklahoma State at BYU, that's tomorrow, and that's a only a 9 point line too. And Oklahoma State's 3-3,
yeah.
so Vegas thinks it may be closer to.
Here's
Uh,
one I would stay away from because how do you even pick Kentucky and Florida?
gosh, the battle for the Music City Bowl right now.
I
That's
feel
what
like
that is.
I feel like that's what it that's what it looks like for real. I don't even know how you pick that, man. The hardest one to pick, like Georgia plus 165, I kind of want to take that because as
Ah,
good as Texas has looked, that defense has not played a passing offense yet. Every team they played is ranked like towards the back end in college football and passing. Like they haven't had the threat of a pass at all. So we really don't even know what Texas is, honestly.
And Georgia
Um,
showed me so much in that loss to Alabama, how they were able to come back so fast. I was
yeah,
like, oh my gosh. Like, I know Alabama played the foot off the pedal a little bit, but I mean, did they really? It's Alabama. They know to keep the pressure on. I know it's a
I,
different coach. It's not
it's
Saban, but damn, their
yeah.
offense scored fast, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. And it's crazy to think that I could take Georgia at plus 165 and in my head hopefully parlay that with legit like
Anything.
legit things that you feel super comfortable with to get to just to boost that parlay with Georgia. I mean, I think that's going to be my plan this weekend. It's just going to be a matter of like sitting down and picking like I can't really gamble on Alabama Tennessee like usually you could gamble with Alabama
That's
or Tennessee depending on who they're playing, but this game is just too hard to gamble with.
what about the Auburn Missouri? Because it's only a 4 point line, and I had a thought to say let's go Auburn over Missouri, but I mean, with it only being a 4 point favorite, I mean, Missouri's 5-1, Auburn's 2-4, but if they're only a 4 point favorite at home, something's
Yeah.
not lining up there.
What
So
about Vanderbilt being a 26 and a half point favorite? I mean, did you ever think Vanderbilt would be a 26 and a half point favorite?
they are playing Ball State, but yeah, that's a big. No
But
matter who they play,
it's still usually if they were a favorite in this game, it would be like a 2 point favorite.
yeah, that's a big one.
It's
That's a
just
big
it's
one.
just crazy to see. But I
Yeah,
like I said, I think my mindset's gonna be parlay that Georgia with some good stuff. Add that little like boost you get for parlay boost. And like I said, the Auburn one's tempting. Auburn one is tempting. Um, Nebraska and Indiana, man, that one's really tempting, like you said earlier.
I think that's a good one. Now, that's for now NFL. Here's one. Who do you pick? Patriots and Jaguars in London. Oh,
Man, why do we keep
man.
doing these London games? They're so horrible.
Oh me, they need to stop. It's terrible. I mean, it's cool if you I mean on Sunday 8:30 game. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. I
But
mean, it is
it's
nice
this
when I'm up
being
early
London.
to see it. I mean, I'm taking Patriots in that one, honestly. Even
Yeah,
though for the Jags, this is a home game for them at this point. How many times have they already played
two.
in London just this year?
They've switched to 2 games, and it gives it an even more. It's good for I honestly kudos to Jacksonville. They've signed up to do 2 games there. But fuck, they were there last week.
Yeah,
So
they were just
they're going to
there.
have a huge advantage over New England just because they've been there for an entire week already. So they're on fucking England's schedule right now.
They just got spanked. What about Texans? This is a tough one. The 5-1 Texans at the 4-2 Packers.
Packers are going to win that.
I would probably say Packers at home on that one.
Packers at home. Houston already went to Minnesota and got smashed. I
This
think
is
that
this is
NFC North is legit this year.
Yeah, that's
Real
true.
legit.
That's a
So
good point. This should be the fucking Monday night football or Sunday night football, if nothing else. Lions at Vikings. That's a good one.
the noon game too.
Vikings favored to win. That's insane.
We'll see. They're coming off the bye week. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, shit.
Lions are hot. I think Lions are going to win it. They're hot right now.
They're hot. They're going to be without their star defensive player though. He's done for the season,
That's true. That was a nasty injury.
and he's a good player. That's a big blow.
Yeah, he's great. He's really good.
There's a
Panthers,
lot of there's a lot of
Commanders,
games on paper that you think look good, like Chiefs at 49ers. I mean, you look at that, and that's a Super Bowl rematch.
but shit, the 49ers haven't been fun to watch this year. So Panthers at Commanders, that's one you're going to use to boost your parlay. I think that's the well to say solid win. That should be the solid win, but who knows what Andy Dalton shows up.
Yeah, that's true.
Jets at Steelers.
Eagles at Giants, like that's even a hard one to try to pick almost.
Yeah, I would give you that. I think that's a good point. Giants could actually pull that one off.
Yeah, they could. I think they could.
They really could.
The Jets at Steelers one, that's a tough one because Jets are favored, which is really weird. That's at home for the Steelers, and the Steelers are 4-2. Jets are 2-4. They're just the Vegas is saying they trust Rodgers and Devontae Adams. That's the only reason why they're favored.
Yeah, and they also I don't think there's still something about not trusting Justin Fields. I think I mean I would take Justin Fields right now. as Titans fan.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
you should stack Georgia over Texas and Tennessee over Buffalo. I bet just those two. That's going to get you some just to see. I bet that would be like plus 1,000.
Yeah, I mean that's what you're trying to do is just get that number up with the comfortable wins. You just got to find the right,
Titans and
it's
Bills is that Buffalo has a 9 point favorite by far. That's the most of the NFL this week.
by far.
Uh,
Man,
the Panthers Commanders is second place at 8. Then it's just gets more Raiders at Rams
7, and then everything else is more like 3, 3.5, like it usually is.
because the NFL is so damn hard to predict. And hey, the Patriots at Jags, they gave the Jacksonville Jaguars a 6 point line. I bet that's got some good odds. Go Patriots.
Yeah, that's when I might would take the Patriots on to boost that.
So betting this week is not as exciting. There's not as but there's some good parlays in there.
Yeah, there's some chance to make some money. Like I said, I think there's a good chance to make money with Georgia and possibly, like you just said, with the Patriots going into the NFL.
Yeah, I didn't
Um,
realize it's a 6 point favorite, but yeah, dude. So to be determined. I can't wait to see how you
Jags
do this
haven't
week.
showed anybody anything, so
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, whoever's got Froggy Fresh, that's what I'm saying.
I was just thinking about Froggy Fresh.
I'm gonna have to check this guy out once we get off here.
Good. Well, all right. That's it. That's all we got for this week. Everything.
For this week, short and sweet. Until next time, row tide.